Yes, Prabhuji. Now
Prabhuji,
uh, we are
would you
live,
suggest?
Prabhuji. Now.
Yeah, yeah, sure, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, would you suggest that we'll do the sharing those of these pictures right away, or maybe later? I'll just share anyways right away. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. Now it is live streaming, so everyone.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you were breaking up a bit, but I understand that you are okay for me to share right away. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, Prabhuji, if you're in the middle of something. So that's one of them. Isn't it beautiful? It's basically taking Radha and Krishna from the temple, from the Radha Gokulananda temple to the Goshala. So that's what this drive is all about. Isn't it so beautiful that we're taking the Lord to see the Goshala and to see some of the things that are going on over there? And then just want to share this one as well. This is one of the picture just to show Radha and Gokulananda. And and this is a little Krishna over there in the Goshala. Isn't it beautiful? Very nice, isn't it? And then you can see the Govardhan hill. It's so beautiful, isn't it? Look at the way they made it. And they just did the whole preparation in such a short time. They were saying, like, and you can see that how nicely symbolically they made. So they made Govardhan hill like a Shila, like a Govardhan Shila, and they put like Lord Krishna's like eyes and everything. And on the top, you can see it's just like the rains which have been just falling from Lord Indra's, showering of rains and all that. Isn't it beautiful?
That, is that soil or something like grass?
This is the hill. This is the Govardhan hill.
Yeah, I know, but last year they made it with biscuits and cake.
Oh, yeah, yeah. They made it differently. Yeah, yeah.
This year they made it differently. Wow, that's amazing.
This is nice, isn't it? This is really beautiful. And you can see how nicely this.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed seeing this. And you can see over here, this one. So this
Wow,
they made
that's
it like a
lovely.
nice small grass, and you can see the baby cows kind of thing, like in at the back, Radha Krishna, and then basically the temple president, she just kind of like offered the diya and the lamp for this one. So it's very nice. It's very beautiful to see over here as well.
Can you put the golden hill again?
The little one. Can you see how beautiful it is that Radha Krishna, they've been given this wonderful reception and in the Goshala, and this is again to make you basically to tease your taste buds. It's such a beautiful prasadam we had yesterday, and I thought I'll just share that. And yeah, so yesterday evening, can you believe it? How beautiful Radha Gokulananda look in the evening after the whole thing is over. Then we came back to the temple at 9 o'clock Aarti. This is basically from 9
Wow.
o'clock Aarti. As usual, Lord looks so beautiful, so beautiful. And you can see how for the cow they have made it like two horns they put up over there, and they put the peacock feather for the cows. Isn't it beautiful? And everybody were like just came and they were just witnessing this beautiful one. Again, this is again when they're going back from Goshala back to the temple room.
Oh, wow. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Where do you find such kind of a joy, tell me, in the world where you can see the Lord taking for a nice ride? So again, that was a small clipping. I mean, actually, when I see this, I feel like next time I should get bigger, more shots and more videos on this. Again, you can see the beautiful cows like so nicely there. And here we can see.
They brought Radha and Krishna there. They brought Radha and Krishna to the cow area, the farm.
And then the last one, I think this is the one. Yeah. I think you see the little children doing the golden leaves. So that's in a nutshell, everyone. Yeah, so how do you find it? Gayatri, did you wish that you were here?
Yes, Prabhuji, 100%. You just said, took my words away. So beautiful, Prabhuji, my goodness. And they also painted the bulls as Govardhan Hill, I think.
Yeah. Yesterday
It's so,
we were doing the Go Puja and they have, the prints of the hand they put on the cow and they just decorated the whole cow with different colors of the foot of the hand prints and it was so beautiful and everybody was like asking, what's the signal? What is those prints on the? I said it's just the devotees that put their hands on the cow and they just made like nice paintings. Yeah,
so beautiful, Prabhuji.
yeah,
So thank you so much for sharing. And we are so it's so blissful to watch,
yeah,
even though just on the video, not in person, but it's so beautiful, Prabhuji. Thank you for
yeah.
thinking of us and sharing it. Hare Krishna.
Definitely. Whenever I have these occasions, I always think that we should share with our devotees and we should share on this Thursday platform of these all beautiful leelas of Krishna which is happening. And I mean, it is so beautiful, isn't it? Just to think like Krishna being taken in a nice ride like this and the Govardhan Hill being shown as Krishna and with all the kids. And look at the way how to engage, right? The Sanatan Dharma is with so many beautiful leelas and stories and even the children get attracted. Look at the children, how nicely they're enjoying over here. Everybody, like, they were just enjoying a beautiful time actually. And they get to know the leelas and especially these dramas and all that. They are like so fascinating that Krishna consciousness is one platform where people from all around the world, I say like, this is the actual representation of United Nations. Krishna consciousness is a nice representation of United Nations because people from all over the world, we are all part of Krishna's family, right? Vasudeva Kutumbakam, and everybody comes together. You can see out here, some are European Matajis are there, some people are like from Indian origin, some from different UK origin. So like everybody from different parts of the world coming and sharing. And this is what the joyful thing is about Krishna consciousness. It's so much of joy, right? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Raja Vidya Raja Guhya Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyak Savagam Dharmam Susukam Kartam Abhyam. it is happily, susukam, it is full of joy and it's happily performed. And that's what the Krishna consciousness is, full of so many beautiful festivals, so many beautiful leelas that we can celebrate, where even children, they're just so joyful to see the Damodari Leela and the Giri Govardhan Leela. It's so astonishing, it's so beautiful, isn't it? Like, and we are covering through the Krishna. We are also so fortunate. We're covering through the Krishna book, all these beautiful Leelas. Yeah, so I'm very happy to share with you, Gayatri ji. Hare Krishna Meenakshi ji, thank you for joining. And Hare Krishna Vrindavan Prabhu ji.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna.
Pranam.
Thank you for joining us. Yeah, we just going through the yesterday's session, the Govardhan Puja day yesterday, and it was so beautiful. The offerings that they made were like so beautiful. I was just like wanted to just share with you, so that's why I just thought, let me just bring up those pictures on the screen and share with everyone. Because these things we cannot afford to miss, isn't it? They're like full of joy. There was one actually which I would have taken somewhere, but I don't find it. But anyways, never mind. So yeah, on that note, anyone can we quickly do Mangala Charan? Vrindavan Prabhu, would you like to do, or anyone else? In case if you're okay, Vrindavan Prabhuji, or anyone who would like to do the Mangala Charan?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Bol Prabhu.
Yeah. You be able to do the Mangala Charan, Prabhuji?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, go.
Om Agganam Timiram Darsha Gyanam Janam Salakayam Chaksurmilitam Jana Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manaveshtam Stapitam Jana Bhutale Shayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Sapadantikam Bande Om Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalang Shri Guru Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupang Sagrajatang Sahagana Rugunata Nitang Tang Sajivam Sadaitam Sabdatam Parijana Chaitan Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Sri Radha Krishna Padanam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Nitangscha Namang Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharini Nirvishaja Sunnavadi Paschatya Deshatarini जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त बिंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much. That was so nice. You recited, you gave a good start for that. Amolka Prabhuji, I just was wondering, like we just got a week more, a little bit more than that, for this Damodara Astakam to be, this Damodara month to be completed. I was just wondering, shall we do Damodara Astakam? Quickly, I can do over here, and anybody who's
Yes, Ji.
yeah, Prabhuji, is that okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. Maybe we
Okay.
could ask who has not done. Maybe we can ask Paritosh Prabhuji or Riddhi Mataji.
Yeah, I'll read. What is it?
So Prabhuji, why are you saying like to sing? Amoga Prabhuji, are you saying that for someone to sing the Damodara Astakam?
Yes, Prabhuji. So I think Paritosh Prabhuji has
No,
not
I
sang.
can't. Well, I can do it, but I can't do it.
Okay.
It's
Maybe
way
Riddhi
out of
Mataji.
tune.
Gayatri ji or anyone else?
Riddhi Mataji. If Mataji is familiar,
Oh,
we can.
yeah.
Riddhi Mataji.
No. Oh, okay. What did you say?
Okay. Yes. Mataji is first time.
Okay. Nisha ji, Hare Krishna. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
Hare
maybe
Krishna,
Nisha
Prabhuji.
Mataji can sing for us.
Prabhuji, even I don't know about anything, so you can say Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Damodara.
Sam, why don't you just do it?
I think the little one can do.
Oh, yes. He was just saying Hare Krishna to everyone.
Okay, Amuga Prabhu, maybe I will just do it.
Just go for it.
For everyone's sake, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
So that we can just quickly dive into the book as well. Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Jai Yashoda Damodar Bhagwan ki Jai. Namamishwaram Sachitananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yashoda Viyulokaladavamanam Param Rustamachanta Todrutya Gopya Rudantam Muhunitram Yugmam Rujantam Karambojayugmena Satankanetram Muhu Swasakam Patrirekangakanta Sitagraivam Damodaram Bhaktibadam Iti Drikswalila Vayananda Kunde Swagosham Mimajjantam Akyapayantam Tadeyeshitagneshu bhaktaijitatvam Puna prematastam satarviti vande Varam deva moksham na moksham vadingva Na chainyam vriniham varashadapiha Idam te vapurnata gopala balam Sada me manasha virastam kimanye Idam te mukambojam machanta nilai Vritam kuntalai snigdha raktaischa gopya Muhuschumbitam bimba raktadharame Vanashavirastamalam lakshalabai Namo deva damodarananta Vishnu Prasida prabodhuka jala bimagnam Kripadristi vrishati dinam batanu Grihanishamam adnam idikshadrisya Kuveratma jau bagda mruchaiva yadvat Tvaya mochito bhakti bhajau krutau cha Tata prema bhakti swakame prayacha Namokshe graho me sti damodareha Namaste stu damne sporadipti damne Tvadiyodarayata vishvasya damne Namo radhikaya tvadiya priyaye Namo nantalilaya devaya tubhyam Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Yashoda Damodara, Yashoda Damodara, Yashoda Damodara, Shri Radhe, Jaya Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Shri Radhe, Jaya Yashoda Damodara Bhagwan ki Jai. Such a beautiful Leela, isn't it? How fortunate we are to be experiencing all these Leelas, and how can we ever thank Prabhupada, our Jagat Guru Prabhupada, who's given us everything, 360-degree worship. Prabhupada has given us the deity worship, he's given us Bhagavad Gita, he's given us Bhagavatam, he's given us the knowledge about the Krishna book and all the Leelas, how beautifully Prabhupada is translated in so many languages, has been translated now. How fortunate we are. And we can never thank enough. The only way we can show our gratitude towards Srila Prabhupada is to practice Krishna consciousness and spread this knowledge with everyone. I hope everyone agrees. I'm sure like everyone agrees with that this is what we can do. We can learn and we can share with others so that our Krishna conscious family grows bigger and bigger. And we all kind of like contribute nicely to our Krishna consciousness. Saurabh Prabhu, Hare Krishna, thank you for joining us. It's always nice when you're there. And
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. And I should also show my gratitude to Saurabh Prabhu, who's nicely got me into satsang, which without whom I would have never been here. So thanks so much for Prabhu for that. Uh, so this beautiful Leela that we are actually talking today, we already covered some part of this Leela, and this Leela is about seeing the opulence of Krishna, like how Krishna is omnipotent, how he's omnipresent everywhere. That the great sage Narada visits the different homes of Lord Krishna to see the beautiful Leela, how Krishna is expanding himself, and how the Krishna is living life with all the 16,108 queens that he has married. So we've seen that when Narada Muni goes into the Dvaraka, and how beautiful, it also gives us a glimpse of how beautiful Dvaraka must have been sitting on there. It seems to be like so organized and so beautiful and so opulent and built by Vishwakarma, and you can see the opulence on that. So Narada Muni, as we covered last week, first goes to Rukmini Devi's house, and we can see from this Leela itself that even though Rukmini Devi had so many people to take care of Narada Muni was calm, but Krishna himself, as soon as he entered, he gave him all the kind of respect that is given to a spiritual master or given to a saint who, when they come to our house, Lord Krishna is setting us an example of this, how our Vedic culture has to be followed. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutana madharmasya tadatmanam shirajam gaham. Whenever there is a decline in the religious practices and whenever there is more rise of the demonic thing, which is what is currently happening in Kali Yuga. And so Krishna says, at that time I come in different forms. Just like how Krishna came in Kali Yuga in the form of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Kali Kali Nama Rupa Krishna Avatar, which means Krishna is come in the form of Hare Krishna Mahamantra as a Nama Avatar. And also he's setting, whenever there is the people have forgotten about religious principles, forgotten the religious duties, Krishna comes in different incarnation, and here Krishna himself is personally setting the example of how to respect a saint when they come to his home. So you can see that Krishna himself personally is coming, and when Narada Muni enters, he himself is teaching the word, because Krishna is called as Jagat Guru, someone, he is the main guru for the world, setting an example how to respect. And we've seen that how nicely he's been offering his aims, respects to Narada Muni, and asking him also, what can I do? What kind of a service that I can do? And Narada Muni is so astonished, because Narada Muni is someone who knows Lord Krishna is the Supreme Lord. He is worshipable by the Vedas. In the Vedas, he is worshipable, and he is the Supreme Lord in spite of knowing that. And Narada Muni is not surprised, because he is saying that, my Lord, you are showing so much of respect to me, asking Narada, what can I do in your service? The Hare Krishna Mahamantra is actually a prayer to Radha and Krishna. Please kindly accept us in your devotional service. That is the prayer, right? That's the meaning of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We are asking Radha and Krishna, please accept us, and please always keep us engaged in your devotional service. And here you find the Supreme Lord himself is asking Narada Muni, what can I do in your service? So that's the amazing thing, like how Krishna, but Narada Muni, he's someone who knows the Lord, and so he's not surprised with this, by the way Lord Krishna is approaching him, respecting him in that, because he knows that Lord Krishna is there sitting as the Supreme Lord in everybody's heart. Ishwara Sarvabhutana Videshi Arjuna Tishtati. So, and he's come for this purpose, to set right the religious principles and to annihilate the demonic people, and for the love of his devotees as well. And unlike us, we are bounded by karma, but Krishna appears out of his own sweet will, like how he showed his four-arm Narayana form as well. So Narada Muni is not at all surprised why he is doing, but in turn, so this beautiful leelas are so important for us, because they kind of give us an idea that through the leelas, that even Krishna is also, when he came in this human form, like, in this form, because he's completely transcendental, but when he came as one of them in Vrindavan, he's trying to set an example that as a king of Narada also, that this is how your approach should be towards a saint, and how nicely that how respect he's showing. And on the other hand, we can see that Narada is also kind of like, he knows he's setting an example, like how a devotee should be, pure devotee should be. So when by asking for the benediction, Lord Sage Narada is showing the ideal prayer. And over here, we covered this. Narada Muni himself is saying, it's not astonishing at all, we are the Supreme Lord and all these things. But again, he's saying, my Lord, you have very kindly asked me what you can do for me. In this, in answer to this one, I simply request, I may not forget your lotus feet at any time. So this is what we can learn from Narada Muni, that this is the prayer of the pure devotees. Now, one very important thing to understand is that Krishna says there are four kind of people. Chaturvida bhajante mam jana sukritan Arjuna. There are four kind of pious people, Arjuna, who come to me. One person is interested in problems, something is not going right in his life. And the other set of person who's financial problems, he needs a lot of Lakshmi. Third set of persons who are very inquisitive, they see some movie and they come to see to get some questions clarified, or they heard something about someone and that's why they come to the temple. And the fourth one are pure devotees who come to only see Krishna. And those pure devotees, so when he comes here, Narada Muni is like in a Suddha Sattva Guna. So his prayer as a pure devotee is to say that my request is that please give me that intelligence that I may not forget your lotus feet at any time. I do not care. So if the pure devotee is saying whether I'm in hell or heaven, I don't care. That's not important at me, because people can always keep looking like, I want to go back to heaven, I want to go back to heaven. But they don't know that even heaven and hell, they're all temporary. We'll have to enjoy again in the heavenly planets, and again you have to come back once your merits are completely over. So some like that, we are just like keep on rotating between all these planets, heavenly planets or hellish planets, and again coming back. But only the whole circulation will stop. The life cycle will stop only when we go back to the Krishna Loka. And that's the aim of Krishna consciousness, how to come out of this cycle of birth and death and go back to the supreme planet Krishna. And so here, Narada Muni is giving us the idea that this is what we should aim for as devotees, that pray that I just may not forget your lotus feet at any time. Because we're covered by this illusionary energy of the Lord, which is called as Maya, right? We're all living under Maya. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sharvashaha ahankar vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. Krishna is saying the living entities, we are just like puppets in the hands of the material energy. But we out of ego, we think that we are the doers. I am the thing, but we don't understand that actually we are being like puppets in the hands of the material nature. Ahankar iti. So this is what is our situation. We are covered, but we are thinking that we are the controllers, but we are not. So, and also very important thing to understand is a simple request that I may not forget your lotus feet. What does it mean is that because Krishna says, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivisto matasmitir jnanam apohanam cha. So Krishna is sitting, I am the one sitting in your heart, and your mind, your intelligence and forgetfulness, even forgetfulness is coming from Krishna. So if you want to forget the Lord and you want to enjoy this material world, Krishna will give you that forgetfulness so that you can forget Krishna and you can enjoy the material energy of the Krishna, the illusionary energy of Krishna. The choice is ours. Because Krishna has given us one gift, that is this life, this piece of life. And he will never take away the freedom from us. Because he said, like, this is a gift, I'm giving you this life, I'm not taking away. Right? So it is for us whether we want to forget Krishna or whether we want to remember Krishna. If you want to forget, then Krishna will give us that facility to forget him. But here the pure devotee's request is, please, I pray that I may never forget your lotus feet, but please always give us that intelligence that I should never forget your lotus feet. So that in some way or the other, I should always remember your lotus feet. And this is the prayer of even Kunti Devi, because why do we need all this pure devotees? Through the Leelas, we can get to know the highest benchmark of the great devotees like Kunti Devi. Kunti Devi was requesting Krishna, I literally, I want problems to come into my life so that I can never forget your lotus feet. Because, when people are in a happy mood, they will never remember God, right? Only when we are in problems, we immediately start thinking, oh, Krishna, please help. Why am I in this situation? Why are you not helping me? We kind of like, we start going to God only when we are not, when we are in problems, when we are in kind of a bad situation. So Kunti Devi is literally praying that please let the problems always keep coming in so that we can always remember your lotus feet. We can always have your association with us, because even when you're in problems, if you are chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, which means we are immediately in association with Krishna. We are not forgetting that. And this is why chanting is so important. Chanting is a way in which we are trying to make sure that we don't forget Krishna in our lives, right? Morning we chant, afternoon we chant, evening we chant. So in this way, we are trying to always remember Krishna, because this is what Krishna also told, like, if you want to attain me, always think of me, right? 4 things Krishna says in order to attain Krishna. Manmana bhava mad bhakta, majjadi mam namaskuru, mamevesasi yuktva atmanam matparayam. Engage, first one is engage your mind always in thinking of me. Become my devotee. Offer your obeisances to me and worship me. So how can we always think about Krishna? By always chanting his holy name. In that way, we can make sure that we never forget the lotus feet of Krishna. So that we covered till then. So we will ask, maybe can I ask anyone if they can, we can start reading from here. Anyone would like to read from here? The first one. Nisha ji, Gayatri ji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Sure, Prabhuji, I will read, Prabhuji.
Sure.
By asking this benediction from the Lord, the sage Narada showed the ideal prayer of all pure devotees. A pure devotee never asks for any kind of material or spiritual benediction from the Lord. This his only prayer is that he may not forget the lotus feet of the Lord in any condition of life. A pure devotee does not care whether he is put into heaven or hell. He is satisfied anywhere, provided he can constantly remember the lotus feet of the Lord. Lord Chaitanya taught this same process of prayer in his Shishtashtaka, in which he clearly stated that all he wanted was devotional service, birth after birth. A pure devotee does not even want to stop the repetition of birth and death. To a pure devotee, it does not matter whether he has to take birth again in the various species of life. His only ambition is that he not forget the lotus feet of the Lord in any condition of life.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Thank
Prabhuji.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. So this is again what we have actually, I unknowingly I just covered this particular point, that this is what the pure devotees want. The pure devotees want only the Lord, only to remember the Lord. Again, you know, we have to understand that all of us in the material world, we are trying to, at the end of the day, whether you're a devotee or a non-devotee, if you ask anyone, what do you want in life? You want happiness in our life. Now, a pure devotee who is always thinking of the life of the Lord is not the loser. In fact, he's enjoying the highest form of transcendental happiness, right? Because Krishna says, engage your mind always in thinking of me. When your mind, mayeva mana adatswa, mayi buddhim niveshaya. Krishna says, just engage your mind always in thinking of me, right? And fix your mind upon me. So what happens when a pure devotee is fixing his mind and not forgetting the Lord and chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Prasanta manasahayenam yoginam sukhamottamam. So Krishna himself is also telling the benefit of that. So a pure devotee is enjoying so much of transcendental happiness. Prasanta manasahayam yoginam sukhamottamam, which means a person who's always engaging his mind on thinking of Krishna, Krishna himself is telling that such kind of a pure devotee enjoys the highest form of transcendental happiness. So when we are worshipping Krishna, it is not that a pure devotee is in a loser and he's not enjoying life. No, because every enjoyment that you're happening, where is it happening? Is it happening out of our body? No, it's all the experiences all happening within your heart, whether it is material, happiness or sensual happiness and things like that. But here, a pure devotee is enjoying transcendental happiness by always thinking of Krishna within his heart. He's enjoying the form of Lord Krishna within his heart. And that is giving him the highest form of happiness. So he's not settling for any lower happiness. That is why we have this book called Higher Taste, right? Why higher taste? Because a pure devotee who's enjoying chanting and thinking of the Lord within his heart enjoys the highest form of transcendental happiness. It is not material happiness, it is transcendental happiness. And that happiness, once you get a taste of it, we will not have any attraction for the material happiness, right? In fact, just now I was just singing the Damodarastikam, and that's a prayer, right? One of the third stanza which says, Varam deva moksham na moksham vadimva na chainyam vriniham varashadapiha idam teva purnata gopala balam sadami manashavi rasam kimanye. It matches very well with this, where it's actually the devotee is saying, where Satyavrata Muni, who's mentioning about this Leela, he's saying that I don't want liberation. I don't want any higher liberation in the Vaikuntha planet. Nothing. All I want is your beautiful form of Krishna to be manifest in my heart. And he says that there is no other boon that can give as much of happiness as thinking of Krishna within his heart. So this is the mood of a pure devotee. So a pure devotee is much more higher. He's got a higher taste, and he's not ready to settle for anything. So irrespective of whatever the condition of life, whether I'm a poor person, whether I'm a rich person, in fact, Krishna himself is saying that if you practice spirituality, if you practice Krishna consciousness, and for some reason towards your life has ended, like because of our karmic thing or whatever, life has ended. Krishna says in your next life, because of you practicing Krishna consciousness, you will be born in a beautiful family, in a nice devotee family, where you will be able to practice Krishna consciousness from there. Or could be born in a very opulent family where you have all the comforts where you can go and practice Krishna consciousness. So a pure devotee is never the loser. In fact, even though the pure devotee is saying, let me be in heaven or hell, Krishna is never going to put a pure devotee in hell. He is promising that in the next life, you will born in a beautiful devotee family. So this is what we have to look at the positive way, how Krishna is encouraging us. The next one, anyone would like to? Sara Prabhuji?
I can read, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Nisha ji, go ahead.
After departing from the palace of Rukmani, Naraji wanted to see further activities of Lord Krishna's internal potency, Yogmaya. Thus, he entered the palace of another queen. There, he saw Lord Krishna engaged in playing chess with his dear wife and Uddhav. The Lord immediately got up from his personal seat and invited Narad Muni to sit there. The Lord again worshipped him with as much per- sorry, what's that word is?
Paraphernalia.
Paraphernalia for reception as he had used in the palace of Rukmani. After worshipping him properly, Lord Krishna acted as if he did not know what had happened in the palace of Rukmani. He therefore told Narad, my dear sage, when your holiness comes here, you are full in yourself. Although we are householders and always in need, you don't require anyone's help for you are self satisfied. Under the circumstances, what reception can we offer you and what can we possibly give you? Yet, since your holiness is a Brahman, it is our duty to offer you something as far as possible. Therefore, I beg you to please order me what can I do for you. Shall I continue, Prabhuji?
Yeah, this is fine, Nisha ji.
Hari.
We'll
Hari.
cover this and then we can go into them. Or maybe you can just do the next one. It's a small
Sure.
one. Go ahead.
Sure, Prabhuji. Yeah. Naraji knew everything about the pastimes of the Lord. So, without further discussion, he simply left the palace silently in great astonishment over the Lord's activities. He then entered another palace. This time, Naraji saw that Lord Krishna was engaged as an affectionate father petting his small children. From there, he entered another palace and saw Lord Krishna preparing to take his bath. In this way, Saint Narad entered each and every one of the 16,000 residential palaces of the Queen of Lord Krishna, and each of them he found Krishna engaged in different ways.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
That's beautiful. Don't you feel so much of transcendental happiness even reciting? Nisha ji, it's so beautiful, isn't it? Even to recite.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you. Thank you for asking to read this paragraph. It's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. So we can see that, like how he wanted to see Krishna's internal potency, Yogamaya, and how and so he's just trying to see how this beautiful energy of Krishna, how Krishna is expanding into so many Krishnas in different palaces. So a lot of people do not know these internal secrets, right? They do not know that Krishna was actually expanding himself into 16,108 Krishnas, that in every palace that Narad Muni was going, he was able to see a Krishna doing a different activity altogether. I mean, it is just so amazing. He wanted to see how the Krishna's internal Logamaya is playing up and how it is happening. And we've seen that how Yogamaya also plays very important role in this. And Narada Muni is kind of like big part of Krishna's Leela because he kind of brings to us more nectar in showcasing how Krishna's potency is and how Krishna expands himself. And here we can see that Narad Muni, first he goes to Rukmini's palace and there he says that Krishna nicely welcomes him and he kind of gives him all the respect that he deserves, sprinkles the water, washes his feet. And here we can see that again, another palace, again, another Krishna playing chess with his wife and Uddhava and doing the same and as if like it's totally got nothing to do with the Rukmini Devi's reception that he got. And he was just treating Narada as if like he's seen Narada just now, and then pretending, I mean, just thinking like, okay, this is what he's just now come and just giving him all the respects again. And as you always know, Narada Muni is always chanting Narayana, Narayana. You always see that, right? So one of the things we have to understand, the little subtle things which are there in this Krishna Katha is that You know why Krishna here is saying that, you are always full in yourself, which means you're self-satisfied. Now, one of the things what happens is when we in this material world, there's always we are hankering after something. I just wish I got another car. I wish I got another house. I wish I got another job. We are always thinking of something, and our mind is always being agitated because of the way Kali Yuga works, right? It affects our mind so much that we're always thinking, I need this, I need that. There's always a hankering for some reason or other, because we're all in a family life. There'll always be some hankering for something else. One of the things that the Hare Krishna Mahamantra does is, as we keep chanting and as we keep cleansing our heart and mind, because one of the thing it does is, like, our heart is like a mirror which is full of dust. So when we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Cheto Darpana Marjanam, which means it cleanses your heart and your mind. And along with that, one of the side effects of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it daily reduces your hankering after material things. So because today our minds are agitated and we feel unsatisfied because we are always hankering after something in the material life. So the side effects of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it reduces our hankering for material things. That's why you see a subtle transformation happens in all our life. As we keep chanting, slowly we become self-satisfied, where we don't have that hankering that I want something else, I want something else. We are very self-satisfied. So Narada Muni, by always chanting the Narayana mantra, he's become he's like fully happy by himself. He's always has the Narayana mantra with him, and he's happy with that. He doesn't need anything else. So here, Lord Krishna, because he's every role of Krishna, he's playing perfect. As a Damodara, he's playing the perfect role of a child. And here, as a king of Dvaraka, he's playing the perfect role of how a king has to respect a saint who has come. So he's saying, Narada Muni, you are a saint, and you are full by also, you are self-satisfied. So what is that what is that we can offer you? Remember, in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says one of the 36 qualities that he likes in his devotees, one of the qualities is someone who's self-satisfied. Advesta sarva bhutana maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankara samadukka sukashami santusta satatam yogi yatatma dridanistayaha mayarpito mano buddhi yomad bhakta same priyaha. In the list of 36 qualities, one of the quality that Krishna loves in his devotees is someone who's very self-controlled and self-satisfied and very tolerant. So here Narada Muni had that qualification that he's always self-satisfied. So here he's saying you don't require an evil sign because you're self-satisfied by yourself. In fact, one of the name of Krishna is called as Atmarama. Atmarama is someone who is actually, Krishna is so totally satisfied. He's like a Sachitananda Vigraha. He doesn't need anything at all. But he's playing the perfect role of a Supreme Lord, and he's showing his complete potency as someone who can expand himself into 16. All the 16,108 queens, they came and begged Krishna, please marry us, because in this situation we are dealing with Narakasura, and now nobody will come forward according to the Vedic culture. So Krishna agreed. Krishna was always reciprocating the feelings of his devotee. That is very important for us to understand, not to be taking anything on the material platform. Because Krishna says, Janma karma chame divyam evam yo veti takritaha, which means whatever Krishna does, they're all leelas. If we do something, which is our karmas, but when Krishna does something, it is a leela, totally on the transcendental platform, not to be understood in a normal way. So here, Krishna is playing the perfect role of a normal human being. Of course, as a king thing, what is it that he can possibly give you? But as a Brahmana, he's setting example. Krishna is setting an example as Jagat Guru, that as being a Brahmana, it is our duty to offer you something. Sometimes these days, in Kali Yuga, the situations have changed. So sometimes, even today, it's a ritual that when the Brahmana comes home, after the puja is over, we literally offer the rice and everything to the Brahmanas, right? Because this is the custom, this is where the Vedic culture, that after the whole thing is over, you give the rice and you give some of these things as an offering to the Brahmana. So here, Lord Krishna is saying, please, I beg you, please tell me what is it that we can do. And Narad Muni is like totally bad. He knows that these are the pastimes of the Lord. These are all transcendental, and his Lord is setting an example. So he just left the palace because he knew that this is the opulence of the Lord, and this is the omnipresence of the Lord. And then he entered into another palace, and we seen that another Krishna, he's petting with his children, and he went to another palace. Narada Muni goes to another palace, and Krishna is taking a bath over there. And so all the 16,000 palaces, imagine, Narada Muni goes to all the 16,108 palaces of the queens, and there every place he sees Lord Krishna doing a different thing. So how many people, how many of the people in this world know about these things? That is why, as followers of Krishna consciousness, we have to absorb this nectar. We have to know about these beautiful pastimes and correct our people, correct the people who have no knowledge about that. Today, unfortunately, in Hinduism, we can't blame anyone because a lot of things have been destroyed and invasions happened over 1,000 years. So we have lost the connectivity. But again, Lord Krishna is so merciful that he sent his most favorite pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada to go and translate all these books and give back this nectar so that we can follow them and pass it on to our children. So can I ask anyone if we can read the next one? Saurabh Prabhu? Would you like
Krishna.
to? Would you like
I
to?
can do it again.
Saurabh Prabhu, did you say something?
I said something. I'll do it.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. The blue ones, yeah. In
Yeah.
one place, he found Krishna offering oblations to the sacrificial fire and performing the ritualistic ceremonies of the Vedas, as enjoined for householders. In another place, he found Krishna performing the Pancha Yajna sacrifice, which is compulsory for a householder. What's a Pancha Yajna? Like a fire ceremony again.
Yeah, exactly.
This yajna is also known as Panchasuna. Knowingly or unknowingly, the Krishna household commit all kinds of sinful activities. There are some kind of sinful activities. When we receive water from a water pitcher, we kill many germs that are in it. Similarly, when we use grinding machine or if we kill many germs. When sweeping the floor or ignite a fire, we kill many germs. And when we walk on the street, we kill many germs, ants, and other insects. Consciously or unconsciously, in all our different activities we are killing. Therefore, it is incumbent upon every household to perform the Panchasana package to read himself dedication to such sinful activities. Okay, interesting.
It's very thank you, Prabhuji. So it's another again so many things, right? When we listen to the Krishna Katha, there's sometimes morals, there's sometimes standards set by the pure devotees. This full of nectar, right? So here we can find that Krishna was playing the perfect role of like a human being who's actually following the Vedic culture and setting an example that this is what it was done. So in the Vedic, according to the Vedic culture, then there is something called as Pancha Yajna sacrifice, which means that as we do our day-to-day activities as householders, without unconsciously or consciously, whether we know it or not, there's a certain sins that we commit, certain sinful things that we do. Sometimes we are not unknowingly also. For even in like here, examples have been given when we receive water from a water pitcher, we may kill germs in it. Like, when we are heating a water, that time we may kill some things inside. When you're grinding the machine, we may kill germs. When we're sweeping a floor, we may kill germs. There's so many things. Even when you're walking on the street, we can't help to even notice that maybe we are stepping on something and we're killing some ants. So consciously or unconsciously, we have been doing sinful activities. Therefore, Krishna is saying that according to the Vedic culture, this is what Krishna has been offering oblations to a Pancha Yajna sacrifice. So in that way, kind of like a way in which you are kind of like counteracting the effects of the karmic reactions you would get by doing sinful activities, right? So that is why Krishna is so kind that if you remember in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Yashna Sistasena Santo Muchante Sarva Kilbishai Bunjate Agam Papa Ye Pachante Atmakarana. Krishna says, devotees, Krishna makes it very clear in Bhagavad Gita, those devotees who are offering Krishna first for sacrifice, they will be released from all kind of a sin. But people are not offering anything for Krishna as a sacrifice, but just taking it for their personal sense enjoyment. They're only eating sin. So we have to keep that in mind. And this is the reason why Krishna is telling for our own benefit, so that we don't land up committing sinful activities and engaging in karmic reaction, because of which we have to again take birth and suffer the reactions of the sinful things. So that's the reason why Krishna is saying, so at that point of time, I'm not sure how many people are, aware of this Pancha Yajna sacrifice, or is there any, Brahmins who can do this sacrifice? They could be in other places, Brahmin, they could be definitely, because in India, even today, the ritual is being followed. Like, we do the homa and at home, these fire sacrifices and all that, they're done. But they're not may be done as like it was done in Treta Yuga and Dwapara Yuga. I'm sure it was, must come very. In fact, if you remember in Treta Yuga, the Yuga Dharma was fire sacrifice. That was the Yuga Dharma of Treta Yuga when Lord Ram was there. But right now we are in Kali Yuga. So even if you know the Pancha Yajna sacrifice or not, whether we can do this kind of a ritualistic ceremony, but the best yajna that is recommended for Kali Yuga is Sankirtani Yajna. This is what you have to keep in mind. So we may not be able to do the Pancha Yajna, but we can definitely use the Sankirtani Yajna, which means congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And this Krishna himself came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because he knows that in Kali Yuga, the people are very, very fallen. They may not be able to do all these sacrifices. So Krishna, out of his causeless mercy, comes in the form of a devotee called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to give us this message that even if you not able to do the Pancha Yajna sacrifice, I will give you this particular mantra, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Eva Kevalam, Kalo Nasti, Kalo Nasti, Kalo Yavagati Ranyata, which means the one and only way in which you can get rid of, counteract all the sinful activities that are being committed or anything, or developing love for Krishna. So removing all the samskaras from your heart and your mind, for everything, there's only one Hare Nama Eva Kevalam. That's the only solution, is chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, or congregational chanting of all the devotees together and doing the kirtan. So this is what is recommended, especially for Kali Yuga. So I think this is what we can understand, that during the Vedic time, this is what was done. But now in the Kali Yuga, we can always engage in Sankirtana Yajna. So is it okay if we can just do one paragraph more? Is that okay with everyone? Sarah Prabhu, would you want to do? I thought you were unmuted.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Would you want to do?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Prabhuji.
In one place, Narada found Lord Krishna feeding brahmanas after performing ritualistic yagyas. In another place, Narada found Krishna silently chanting the Gayatri mantra, and in a third, he found him practicing fighting with a sword and shield. In some places of Lord Krishna, some palaces of Lord Krishna was found riding on horses, elephants, or chariots and wandering hither and thither. Elsewhere, he was found lying down on his bedstead taking rest, and somewhere else he was found sitting in his chair, being praised by the prayers of his different devotees. In some of the palaces, he was found consulting with ministers like Uddhava on important matters of business. In one palace, he was found surrounded by many young society girls enjoying in a swimming pool. In another palace, he was found giving well-decorated cows in charity to the Brahmanas, and in another palace, he was found hearing the narrations of the Puranas and of history such as the Mahabharata, which are supplementary literatures for disseminating Vedic knowledge to common people by narrating important instances in the history of the universe. Somewhere, Lord Krishna was found enjoying the company of a particular wife by exchanging joking words with her. Somewhere else, he was found engaged with his wife in ritualistic functions. Since it is necessary for householders to increase their financial assets for various expenditures, Krishna was found somewhere engaged in matters of economic development. Somewhere else, he was found enjoying family life according to the regulative principles of the Shastras.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Correct. Apologies for the distraction earlier. I was just had children around.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure, yeah, I can understand, Prabhuji. No problem. Sorry, Prabhu. It's so wonderful that you joined. So actually, as an extension of what I was trying to say, like earlier, we see Narada Muni going to each and every of the 16,000 palaces to see how Krishna is the pastimes of Krishna and what he's doing. And we can see from this Leela that how Krishna is expanding into 16,108 Krishnas, and every palace is doing a totally different thing. And we've seen earlier with Rukmini Devi in another palace playing the chess with Uddhava, and here we can find with the Brahmin feeding Brahmanas after performing rituals and doing Gayatri Mantra, riding on the horses and taking rest in another palace. So it is Krishna himself who are doing a different leelas in different palaces. So we can see through this opulence that how Krishna is the leela is expanding everywhere, like how he is able to do in a different place. You can find the same Krishna happening. So, and it's the same Krishna as Paramatma is sitting in each and every one of our hearts and watching the wanderings of all the living entities. So this is such a beautiful leela that we can see that how Krishna is showing his leela to all of us, that he's everywhere. Sarvata pani padam tat sarvato shi shiromukam. Sarva Krishna says, I'm in each and every place Krishna was existing, in every palace he was existing. And in everywhere you can see as a king, he was engaging in so many different ways. In some places he was doing Gayatri Mantra. So all these things, according to the Vedic culture, how Krishna was engaged in so many different activities, we can see in all the different palaces. And including not only that, about even economic matters also he was discussing in one place, he was listening to the Puranas. So this is how Krishna was engaging his pastimes in all the different palaces, where he doing the perfect role of a king and also of a householder or a perfect husband in engaging in all the various activities and keeping all of them happy. So this is the opulence. In today's material world, we cannot even take care of just one family. We find a lot of challenges and struggles. But imagine Krishna was expanded into them in so many 16,000 Krishnas, and he was doing absolutely everything that is required to be done by a normal king, as in doing his duties. So I'm going to just stop over here because we just passed 9:08. A few more paragraphs are there, but the nectar is flowing. There's so much beautiful things such are still there in this Leela. And for me, it's very fascinating to see how Krishna is so beautifully expanding and showing like how he is omnipresent in so many places, how he can exist in so many places. So on that note, I'll stop here. Any realizations, any suggestions, corrections, anyone would like to mention? Amaga Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So beautiful Prabhuji, hearing to the Krishna's pastimes, how Krishna is enjoying in all 16,000 palaces. So beautiful Prabhuji.
Yeah.
And this Panch Mahayajnas is just it is a Bhota Yajnas and the Deva Yajna, Rishi and Pitru. So these are the five Krishna in the Srimad Bhagavatam. It mentions Deva, Rishi, Apta, Bandhu, Pitruna, Rishinam, Na Ayam Kinkaro, Runicharajan. So Sukadeva Goswami says, so whoever is in the devotional service, they do not have to do this Panch Mahayajnas. But however, as a devotee is exemplary example for everyone. It is Yad Yadacharati Sreshtaha Tatta Devaitaro Naraha Tait Pramanam Kurite Lokaha Tad Anuvartate. So like when Krishna is doing here, like devotees also do, but they do not have to do it, but still they do it. Just as an example for the society, because everyone cannot understand the devotional service. So that's why he understands and he follows the rules and regulations. Though he is above all the yajnas, yajnanam japa yajnosmi. So again, Krishna's. But even though he is above all these material rituals and everything else, still he perform those activities. Like as Krishna is showing, even though he is supreme personality of Godhead, for the sake of society. So beautiful, Prabhuji. And we can understand how Narad Muni is relishing those looking at Krishna's pastimes in different homes, watching him. It is, he will be so much joyous.
Yeah.
I think there is a beautiful picture about it as well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. That was really nice. Yeah, so many things that we can, if you really contemplate, it's very important that when we are listening to Krishna Katha, we should contemplate and see like what is it that you should reflect on our lives and see, like, what is Krishna's message out here. And because Krishna knows that everybody is in a different level of consciousness, so he was telling, according to the Vedic ritual, this is what has to be done as a ritual, Pancha Yajna. And again, pure devotees, like as Prabhuji said, Yajna Nam Japa Yajnas, we have all the japas, I am the chanting of the holy name. So, but again, since we are in Kali Yuga, we follow the yoga avatar of this yoga, right? And who's the yoga avatar of this yoga is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just like how we have a prime minister, we have so many prime ministers, but who's the current prime minister? We will say Modi from India or Starmer from here. So similarly, we have so many avatars which are coming as Krishna has come in different avatar, but he'll say, like, who's the current yoga avatar? The current yoga avatar is Bhagavan Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Yuga avatar of Kali Yuga. So we follow his instructions. And his instructions is that Sankirtani Yajna, Kalikale Nam Rupa Krishna avatar. He's come in the form of this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and also there's a saying, I'm sure, like Amaga Prabhuji can correct me, but in Bhagavatam it says that even though Kali Yuga is the most fallen of all the yugas, the one wonderful thing about Kali Yuga is the chanting of the Sankirtani Yajna, which can give us the same benefits what people used to get in the ancient times in different yugas. In Kali Yuga, the same benefits you can get by chanting the holy name. So there is actually there is a particular sloka in Bhagavad Gita which says, Vedeshu yajneshu tapasu chaiva daneshu yat punya palam pratistam acheti tat sarvam vidam viditva yogi param sthanam upaiti chadyam. Whatever benefits people used to get in the ancient times by performing yajnas and performing ritualistic sacrifices, philosophical activities, charity, and all these things, all those benefits we can get in Kali Yuga by just engaging in bhakti towards Krishna and by chanting the holy names of Krishna. So that's how we connect the dots through the Leelas. We try to understand Bhagavad Gita and try to once again, marinate our mind with the different, putting the Leelas together and Bhagavad Gita, instructions of Krishna, and try to see like what Krishna is trying to give us instructions through Bhagavad Gita, and through practical application, he's showing us through Krishna Katha. So that way we kind of like understand these Leelas even more and be able to understand Bhagavad Gita also even more. So thank you, Amaga Prabhuji. Any other things, Hara Prabhuji? Any points you want to mention? Vrindavan Prabhuji? Anyone would like to give add more?
Can ask each devotee, Prabhuji. So,
Exactly. Gayatri ji, Nisha ji, any takeaways? Vidhi?
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you, Prabhuji. Just every week there is something new to learn about. I mean, I never knew about this Krishna's like so many wives and his this Leela. And as I always say, it's wonderful to be part of this journey. And thank you to you and Amuk Prabhu. So just who guided us every single week. Something new, something amazing that keen us. It just made us more keen towards the next week so that we can know more about the Krishna Leelas. So thank you for that, Prabhuji.
Yeah, sure, Nisha. In fact, it is very important because these Leelas are so important. People who do not understand Leelas, they immediately say something about Krishna. Oh, Krishna had 16,000 wives. But how many people know that he has actually expanded to 16,000 Krishna? How many people
Yes.
how many people know that it was not Krishna who wanted to marry 16,000? Because
The
the
gopis,
Vedic
yes.
culture, according to the Vedic culture, once a person is put in the prison and been touched by anyone or you've been put in prison, nobody will come forward to marry them.
Yes.
When they requested, Krishna is Atmarama, he doesn't need anything, but he has accepted the request and he was living with them, and he was also providing them a palace for each and every queen and expanding
Yes.
into 60. So how many of people know this? So as Krishna conscious devotees, we have to assimilate, contemplate on these kind of leelas and correct people, our own people, correct
Yes.
people, and people who do not know about the leelas. They don't know. Ask how many people, 90% of the people say they were not aware of this, So we are very
Yes.
fortunate that we are able to know about these leelas of Krishna.
Yeah, and then the credit, as I say, credit goes to you and Amogdash Prabhu. So just teach us every time something new which we are now aware of.
we're just sharing with each other. I feel so blessed because when devotees are there, we just get inspired to speak.
Oh, thank you. It's not easy to speak up, Prabhuji. Like, honestly, it's not easy, but you're doing a great job.
Thank you, Nishaji. It's all of devotees care that I you always just love and yeah, Saurabh Prabhu also is like Meenakshi ji, Gayatri ji, Vrindavan Prabhu, please, if you have anything, Usha ji, Hare Krishna, you can
Hare
also.
Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you so much for such wonderful class. And Amok Prabhuji also adding to that about the yagnas and everything. So beautiful, Prabhuji. And the way I like the thing when you said that Krishna likes his devotees when they are self-satisfied or when they have. I mean, it means like when they have no desires, like they must be satisfied. So, which is very nice point, Prabhuji. Today's takeaway for me, very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for this wonderful session. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Ji. And again, the beauty of Krishna says, I want these are the quality. It's very interesting. You see, Krishna says 36 divine qualities he likes in his devotees, right? And he gives a list. Someone who's free from false ego, someone who's very self-satisfied, someone who's very tolerant. Now, again, even though Krishna says these are the beautiful qualities I like in my devotee, what again he comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to tell us that just by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it pacifies our mind. It kind of like gives you self-satisfaction. It reduces your hankering. It gives you all the beautiful qualities that Krishna is expecting in our devotee. So he loves these qualities. And again, he's given us the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we develop all these qualities. We'll become more tolerant. We'll become self-satisfied. And by cleansing our samskaras and all that, we'll become more peaceful, more calm. We'll be more tolerant of people. So all that spiritual strength we will get by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. And in that way, we will, whatever Krishna wants in his devotees, we'll be able to exhibit that, which will satisfy Krishna. So that's how it works. Very nice, Gayatri.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yes.
Thank you. Vrindavan Prabhuji, please, anything would you like to add?
No, thank you, Babuji. It's very beautiful. I listening and chanting also. I finish my down.
Oh,
I
very
listen.
nice, very nice, very nice.
Thank you. Nice, the Narad Muni story. And
yes, Prabhuji.
very beautiful. Yeah. Thank you, Babu.
We are always leveraging our time. Kaam karte raho, naam japte raho. So sometimes we have to do work, other things. So you are nicely chanting and you're listening to Krishna Katha also. Actually, even my technique, one of my technique I'd see is because your mind gets distracted towards when you're chanting. So what I do is sometimes I could keep Krishna Katha in front of me. So even if my mind is trying to get diverted, I try to look at the Krishna Katha so that again my mind comes back into chanting, because you're reading the Leela or there in front of you or just chanting. So we should try our own tricks because the mind is using all tricks to distract us. We should again use all our tricks on the mind to bring it back. Yeah, that's yoga abhyasa, it's called, yoga abhyasa. That is the discipline, self-discipline in yato nischalati manas chanchalamastinam. Krishna says whenever your mind is wandering away while you're chanting, one should practice to bring it back again to the control of the self. So it is a practice actually. As you keep doing it, slowly you get into that. So thank you, Prabhuji. Prajesh Prabhu, anything you would like to add? Okay, I'm just going around the table. Meenakshi ji.
Sorry. I couldn't unmute myself. No, excellent. Once again, I missed a little bit. I'll ask you over the weekend because I'm trying to do my washing at the same time. So yeah, no, brilliant. So there were 6,000. So there were 6,000 Krishnas, is it?
Yes, 16,000 Manare Krishnas.
Sorry, 16,000. Yeah, avatars. Yeah. You talked about just now about Krishna says, I want how many 30 something what was it? Qualities of you, yeah?
36 divine quality. He mentions that in Bhagavad Gita chapter number 12.
Yes, he does. And I was reading it today, and it's on page 600 and something. I was reading it today. It's in chapter, what am I on? Chapter 13, I think. But it's there.
Yeah. It's chapter 12, yeah.
Chapter 12.
Yeah, Bhakti Yoga. And
yes. Yes, yes. So yeah, no, brilliant, brilliant. It's
Very
what a
nice.
coincidence. What a coincidence that I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
reading it this evening.
Yeah,
I told you I go to the chapel in the evening and morning. I was reading in the evening,
yeah,
and I make a note of it because I want to write all these things down in the book. And
Mhm.
he was like saying, you got 5 qualities of this, then you got this quality and you got that quality. But yeah, you're right. You're right. It was all there. Humbleness and everything was there.
So many beautiful qualities.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
these
Well
things
done.
are not coincidences, like these things are like makes us realize how Krishna is in our life actually. Many things seem like coincidence, but they are not. I can tell you like another thing which may seem like a coincidence. Let me tell you, 1 month back when I went to India, my cousin was a high court judge in Gujarat, yeah, and he arranged a beautiful trip for us with a VIP darshan in Dvaraka and all that. And today only I just got to know that he got transferred back from Gujarat to Andhra Pradesh. So just
Nice.
exactly when we went to India, he was there as a high court judge in Gujarat. And after that, we came back, and now again he got transferred back to Andhra Pradesh. See how beautifully the things happen in our lives, isn't it? If he was not there, we would have still gone, but we wouldn't have gone to in Vrindavan for that matter. But he literally asked us, please come over. I will arrange everything. And sometimes I feel like when Lord Krishna wants to take shows his presence, like that when he calls you, he makes all the beautiful people instrumental in making sure that your visit goes well. So we should always pray to Krishna to show his mercy, and I felt so humbled when I seen that, like exactly at that time when I went, he was there, and after that now he's been transferred like to another place. So we should always pray to Krishna, and Krishna does all the divine arrangements to bring us closer to him. That's the main thing. We should see the hand of Krishna in every day of our lives. That's my point.
I hope so. Yeah, I think he's there. He's there, definitely. Yeah.
Pawan Prabhu, anything you'd like to add?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. It was so good. I feel purified every day listening to these katha, and
Yeah.
also it answers everyday doubts, whenever I feel in the heart, like, why is it like that? And I attend the class and it gets answered straight away. So I was like, I'll be feeling very happy whenever that situation comes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, when in the beginning, when you have shown the Govardhana Giri, so, and all the people standing underneath that. So
Yeah.
my reflection was like, why I wasn't there when Krishna, actually lifted that so that I can help by standing underneath that at least. That I can offer that kind of service. I missed that service.
Yeah.
I I
Beautiful.
myself manifest such
Yeah.
things.
No, that's so
So
nice.
yeah, it was so good actually. I feel so much connected when I
Mhm.
listen to these leelas, and then yeah, thank you so much
Yeah.
for taking this session today.
Sure, Prabhuji. Meenakshi ji, anything you'd like to add? Usha ji, sorry, I know you came in line, so Punya.
Riddhi Mataji.
Uh, Riddhi,
Ri-
Tejo.
Riddhi Mata.
Yeah, Riddhi ji, how did you find the session? First time I think you joined, or did you join early?
Yes, yes. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yeah, this is like my first time, and one of the devotee actually shared the link for the session,
Okay.
because I was looking for, joining somewhere like where do I, because I'm like very new to Krishna
Ah,
consciousness and still like,
okay.
learning things. Um, so, yeah, I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed this, because I've never been into like reading books or anything like that. So I'm just exploring. So I just wanted to ask, like, I just read the name that it says Krishna book, but I don't have it like a physical copy.
Yeah.
Um, so where I can refer
So,
back, like where we were reading this.
so this one actually is called Vedabase. You can see vedabase.io. So if you
Okay.
just type in as Vedabase in Google, it's going to come,
Mm-hmm.
and then in that you find in the library you have all the
Mm-hmm.
books here, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, like that. You see,
Okay.
in here you see Krishna.
Okay.
You just click on KrishnaBook and we have all the chapters. Yeah. And so we covered all these chapters, and right now we come to this place of 69 chapter. This is where we are on. Okay. So
Okay, so it's like you're almost finished with this book.
yeah,
Okay.
it's Krishna's mercy. Like, we've been
Mhm.
covering it for maybe a couple of years for now, and we went
Okay.
covered all these things. So we have come a long way, and it's all Krishna's
Mhm.
blessing. It's got 90
Mhm.
chapters, so we are still
Oh,
69 chapter. We do have some way to go, but
okay.
there's plenty of that. So, so
Yeah, but
yeah. See, the thing is,
definitely I'll like to continue with these sessions going forward.
yeah.
The devotee which sent me this link, he was like, there is some WhatsApp group that where you generally like keep updates with the upcoming sessions.
Mhm.
So if you could just add me there, so like I can then just join the
Yeah.
regular sessions as well. And they also mentioned like there is some morning japa sessions also that
Mm.
happens like 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Um,
So yeah, if that's the same one, because with like my little one, it's a bit hard. I
yeah,
but I was like I would try, because I wake up at that time, but the thing is like doing some japa at that time is a bit difficult for me. But
yeah,
then still I was like I'll try my best to attend those sessions as well and see if I can just work out.
yeah.
Yeah, just one thing was this, like if you could just add me and keep me
Yeah,
posted.
yeah.
Um,
I definitely can add you into this group, as well as Amaga Prabhuji. You can guide us on this. So actually, I'll tell you.
Hare,
Go ahead, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I have sent Mataji message, WhatsApp message
Okay,
with all the session details.
okay.
So if Mataji is liking, so generally many devotees come and very excited and they want to do it, but time does not cooperate, because coming to Krishna consciousness, that is not that easy. But if one comes, it is very, very important and very nice to take care of those devotees. So Mataji, I have shared the details, Mataji, in WhatsApp group for you.
okay, thank you.
So all details are there. Just same link works for every session.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
And this session
so
happens like every Thursday, or is it like every day there is something?
every day, every day morning we have got, and
Mhm.
almost 5 days in evening sessions.
Okay,
So
so this
except
session will be
Sunday and
tomorrow
Friday,
only.
all 5 days.
So I'm just
So
sharing
like
over
this
here.
session.
Tomorrow,
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay.
I'm just sharing.
not on Fridays and days.
Sorry, Prabhuji. Yeah, I was just mentioning about that. That if you go to, I don't know if you started on the Bhagavad Gita as it is, but Ridhiji, just to mention to you, when you go to the, like, you
Mhm.
have a group like Bhagavad Gita group, as of course in Uxbridge Sangha also. So both the groups,
Okay.
like when you go to the heading, you can see our link
Mhm.
here, and here if you click
Mhm.
on this under the Bhagavad Gita session, so in this you have everything, whatever you ask in the morning japa and all this, same Zoom link, you can access it
Mhm.
all,
Okay.
including the today's session as well. Everything. So all
Okay.
these are there open for you. So it's all, like, if you can take some time to spend some time, then you have
Mhm.
the best way to associate with all the devotees. So, and yeah. And also just for devotees who just come late, like, I mean, who couldn't make it in the beginning,
Mhm.
Nisha ji, and maybe I think, Shiji, I don't know if you see in the beginning, but I just want to quickly show that all this happened yesterday in the temple room. So we can see the cows, we can see the golden
Yeah.
hill there. And we're just
Mhm.
sharing about Lord Krishna's golden hill, and then small devotee.
You'll have to show me
Yeah.
that, Sham.
I
How did you say you find it?
What's that?
How do
And
you find it?
no, it's there in my local bride. So it's around the one.
Where?
I'm going to put it on the chat group.
Okay, okay. You can
So
show me on Saturday
yeah, I
how
just
to find
wanted
it.
to show our devotees, like, if they missed in the beginning of the session, that I was just sharing about all these things which happened yesterday because of the Golden Puja that was done in manner, in Bhakti Vedanta manner. It was so lovely to see Lord Krishna and, taken in a nice
That's
bulaka,
interesting.
and nicely that it was joyful. It's so beautiful actually yesterday that we were able to see Lord going in the chariot. And this is the second one where, yeah. this one also. So just a few things. I mean, I just wanted to show do it because I missed it in the beginning. We were just sharing about that in the beginning. So I just want to thank everyone for giving us such a your wonderful association. It's not normal, on a weekday taking time for Krishna, because Krishna says, Neha Vikramana Sosti Prachavayona Vidyate Swalpam Abhyasa Dharmasya. So even if you do a little bit of endeavor, like taking some time to listen to Krishna Katha for Krishna, any small endeavor that you do for Krishna, Krishna says that will save you from the greatest dangers, greatest fears in life, and it will help us in developing love for Krishna. So it is Krishna's words that doing a small sacrifices, small things for Krishna, taking some time, keeping 1 hour aside for listening to Krishna Katha, listening about Bhagavad Gita. This always help, because in our session, we always try to link Bhagavad Gita with Krishna Katha. So this is a nice way in which we can understand Bhagavad Gita, at the same time understand Krishna Katha as well. So I want to just thank you humbly for joining all of us, and please keep doing that. And as I mentioned, next week I'm going to India because my elder sister's daughter is getting married, and I have to be going there. It's after a long time we're all meeting together and spending some time. So I may not be available for a few weeks now. I'm not sure. After I go, I'll get to know like when exactly I can come back. So Amoga Prabhuji, I humbly request you and Gayatri Ji, like last time, like how we supported, if you can just discuss maybe internally and just decide on who can just carry on from today's session. That will be really very helpful, and so that our devotees don't, we had the continuous flow of nectar every week. So till when I come back. Prabhuji, yeah. Amoga Prabhu has given a thumbs up, so that gives me a lot of relief. Gayatri Ji, I hope I have your support as well. You're nicely covered. I've seen Manavidi.
Prabhu, next week is
Yes,
Prabhu, next
Prabhuji, I will just follow Amog Prabhuji's instructions, Prabhuji. I am also
You're all
not that
great.
great.
You're all doing great. In fact, I had to had to humbly learn from all of you. Just do my little bit of my thinking and just share. But yeah, please, Gayatri Ji, if you can all cooperate and do that, we all have to keep Prabhupada in mind and Krishna in mind, so that we
Yes.
stay this with everyone. So that's all my humble request. Yes, Vrindavan Prabhu, were you saying something, Ji?
Yeah, next week is the Bhishma Panchami.
Bhishma. Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I know that.
Next week.
Oh,
Are you not here?
yeah, I'm not there, Prabhuji. I
You
wish
are
to
in-
recite Vishnu Sahasranam, which Bhishma Pitama recited, but then I'm not there. But yeah, definitely please continue joining us. We have our wonderful devotees who will be sharing, and then I will continue with as soon as when I come back as well. So I want to thank everyone for giving your wonderful association. Vanchakalpataribhyasya kripasyavacha patitanam.
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
नमो
वैष्णववृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Hey.
Bhishma
Can
श्री
we repeat that? Yeah,
हरि
2, 3, 11, Hari Bol.
बोल,
Krishna Prabhuji, please.
Hari Bo.
हरि
Hari
बोल,
Bol.
हरि
Hari
बोल,
Bol.
हरि बोल।
Jai Bhishma Thakur ki Jai.
Thank you
Jai.
so much, Prabhuji. Thank you, Vrindavan.
Prabhu.
Thank you, everyone. Pawan Prabhu, Ritik Prabhuji, Vidiji,
Thank you, Prabhu.
Rajesh Prabhu, Ushaji, Meenakshi ji, Nishaji, Gayatri ji, everyone. Thank you so much for your association. I look forward to again joining you later when I come back. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Have a wonderful time in India. Hari Bol.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.